Hi, I'm Dr. Keith Graham from the School of Teacher Education at National Taiwan Normal University. Welcome to my office hours. If you've followed my earlier videos on this channel, you may notice that something is missing from this video, the subtitles. This was purposeful because today's video is about whether or not to turn on the subtitles in a video. The teacher asks, if I am playing an English video in my bilingual class, should I turn on the Chinese subtitles or the English subtitles? Or should I not use subtitles at all? I get this question often, but unfortunately, there is not one right answer that applies to every situation. The first question you have to ask yourself is, why did I choose this particular video for my bilingual class? If you chose the video strictly because of its academic content, then the answer to the question is likely this. You should turn on the Chinese subtitles. Why is that? Because most videos probably use a pace and level of English far beyond what the typical primary or secondary public school student in Taiwan can handle. There is no shame in putting on the subtitles in this case because you chose the video strictly for content, and your goal is for students to understand that content, not necessarily the English language. However, if you chose the video based on a combination of academic and language considerations, then you may opt for either English subtitles or no subtitles at all. Videos can be a great source of English input for the bilingual classroom, but they are only effective if the majority of students can understand at least 90% or more of the words spoken. If the video you chose meets that benchmark, then there is no need to use Chinese subtitles. You should give students the opportunity to use their English abilities to learn through the video. However, a question you may have at this point is, what if some students can understand 90% or more, but others can't? As we all know, the typical public school classroom has a large range of proficiency levels from beginners to confident, independent English users. This makes it challenging to make a decision about subtitles. I think in most cases, teachers will probably just put on the Chinese subtitles because content is always the priority in the Taiwanese bilingual classroom. But for teachers that have the time and classroom management skills, I'd like to propose an alternative. First, you will need to give all students an independent activity to work on during this process. You will also need to preset groups based on the subtitle support they need. That is, Chinese subtitles, English subtitles, or no subtitles. Once the students are busy working on their independent work, you will go to each group and show them the video on a computer or tablet. This is the easiest way to do differentiated video watching, but it will take a little bit of time. So being able to manage several activities at once in your classroom will be key. A different option could be that each group has their own device and they watch the video on their own with the appropriate subtitle setting. The challenge with this is that you would need to make sure each group uses the setting you want, and you will need to be able to properly manage the noise level with so many videos playing at the same time. It is possible to do, but it is challenging. You would need good classroom management skills and a personality tolerant of some noise to make this work. Hopefully this gives you guidance and some ideas of how to use or not use subtitles with videos in the bilingual classroom. Which brings me back to this video, one with no embedded subtitles. I have received many comments from my students and viewers about the subtitles in previous videos. Some students have told me they want me to get rid of the Chinese subtitles because they just want to listen to my English. Others have said they wish I had English subtitles so they could read along. And of course, many have told me Chinese subtitles are necessary for the general Taiwanese audience. In my previous videos on this channel, I have embedded the subtitles directly into the video, meaning that if there was a mistake, and there have been many, there was no way to fix it. The embedding of subtitles also meant that those who didn't want Chinese subtitles really had no choice. Therefore, moving forward, I have decided to remove embedded subtitles from my videos. For those who want English or Chinese subtitles, you can press YouTube's closed caption button. I will make sure on my end the English subtitles are accurate. And perhaps in the future, I will find someone to ensure the Chinese captions are accurate as well. I believe this choice will provide a differentiated viewing experience for my channel viewers, the same way I am encouraging bilingual teachers to differentiate activities in their classrooms. Thank you for attending my office hours. If you have a question that you'd like me to answer on this channel, send me an email at kmgraham@ntnu.edu.tw. I'll see you next time.